So Claressa Shields beat Daniela Perkins via unanimous decision, also knocking her down in basically the final 10 seconds of the fight. And it brings the big question, is Claressa Shields really the GOAT? She is now the first ever women's undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, with many records to go with that as well, with a style which is very difficult for her, every single one of her opponents to deal with. Look, Claressa Shields is absolutely incredible in my opinion. Skill for skill, I think she probably is the best women's boxer out there right now. But overall, resume-wise, what she's done in the sport, is she? That's a big question. She's had a lot of bloody big achievements, if we're being real. But if we look at her resume, this ain't Claressa Shields' fault, by the way. She's done what she had to do. And she has rose at the big occasions. She, rose last night when becoming undisputed heavyweight champ. She rose in that Savannah Marshall fight. But other than that, she beat Cruz Dezern in her debut, who was inexperienced at the time. It was both their debuts. But it's like, that is a good win, but it was early on in both their careers. So do we really fully count that one? Right now, probably not. Like, it's the Savannah Marshall win and the Daniela Perkins win. But Daniela Perkins was bloody 42 when the fight happened and was only 5-0. So it's like the only good, real proper standout win Claressa Shields has on her resume is bloody Savannah Marshall, if we're being real. That's the only big proper standout name. Is Claressa Shields really the GWOAT? I mean, she's like, 29? She's still young. She's still got more and more to prove. And her achievements, they speak for themselves, middleweight champ, unified middleweight champ. She's done what she's had to do at the end of the day. Super middleweight champ, heavyweight champ now. So it's like she's achieved a lot. She's a free weight world champion. She's done what had to be doing, and she's an Olympic medalist as well. So, you can't take that away from her. Light heavyweight as well. She's done a lot in her career. So, I feel that full weight world champ, sorry, not free weight world champ. But, and yes, skill for skill, I believe that Claressa Shields is probably the best women's boxer right now. Her power is starting to show more and more. And I know she hasn't got loads of knockouts to show it, but in her fight with Savannah Marshall, she hurt her multiple times. She wobbled her, especially in that first round. Last night against Daniela Perkins, I feel like for Shields, though, it was a matter of, really her wanting to land a big shot. She was very clearly chasing the knockout instead of putting her combos together because, she got a round 2 knockout previous and a very good, strong performance. But either way, though, it's like she was still looking for that big shot last night that she wanted to land. That was the thing. But I feel like what people do need to take into account, though, is her general movement, how she moves, how quick she puts her combinations together. It's really good to watch. It's really good for women's boxing, in my opinion. She is 100% skill for skill the best women's boxer. She throws punches like no other woman does at the end of the day, and that's all credit to her. She gets a lot of hate, and yeah, she's bloody annoying, but she's a very good fighter. She's very good. And she gets criticism for her style. People saying, "Oh, her fights are boring," but at the end of the day, she is the definition of, what you get from a good, sweet science of boxing. Her movement's good. She's very difficult to hit. And she is getting better and better. It's just that right now, in her kind of weight class, in the weight class that she's fought at, there's no massive competition. And that is generally in women's boxing as well. The competition isn't great. So that is the thing. But we look at these other women who we've got in, like, pound for pound wise. You've got people like Katie Taylor, obviously. And I think resume-wise, her resume speaks for itself. She's got great wins on her resume. We look at Katie Taylor. She's got the best resume in women's boxing history. Katie Taylor has, without a shadow of a doubt. She's got people on there like Amanda Serrano, Chantel Cameron, Jennifer Han, Natasha Jonas, Delphine Pursoon. We look at this and she has got a very good bloody resume. She has. That's the thing with Katie Taylor. She's got a good resume. Jessica McCaskill. These are bloody good wins that she's got. And she's got better wins than what Claressa Shields does have, without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, personally, I don't see Claressa Shields losing to anyone. But resume-wise, Katie Taylor clears her, if we're being completely honest here. We look at Natasha Jonas as well. Look at her resume right now. I mean, you've got people like, Michaela Mayer on there, no matter what people like to say about the decision. But, she has got, she's fought people like Katie Taylor, Terry Harper, she's got a good resume. Has been her most recent win, I think, was a decent win as well. She's got a good resume. There's multiple names on there who are good. So you look at them. I mean, you look at Serrano as well. She's got 47 wins. Obviously, her record is pretty padded, Serrano's, but with the amount of wins she's got, though, in women's boxing especially, 47 wins, with her knockouts as well, a 65.96% KO ratio. That's great for a women's boxer, if we're being real. 31 KOs out of 47, and she beat Katie Taylor both times, if we're being completely honest as well. So, that's Amanda Serrano. You look at Sky Nicholson, who's building her way up. You wouldn't really put her above Claressa Shields, though. But, is Claressa Shields the GOAT? But I don't think anyone fights like Claressa Shields. No one moves like Claressa Shields. No one has the skill set like Claressa Shields. I mean, you've got Sky Nicholson, who's fairly skillful as well and has got a good boxing IQ, but it still doesn't live up to Shields's, if we're being completely honest. Shields has got the best boxing IQ in women's boxing, or possibly in boxing in general. She's got one of the best boxing IQs. She is very smart with how she picks her shots and with how accurate she is. And with how she moves, with how difficult she is to hit. She doesn't get hit too often. And she does what she has to do against her opponents. Like, loads of people were expecting Savannah Marshall to knock her out. Shields scored her. Shields absolutely scored her. So, I feel like Claressa Shields is very, very, very underappreciated. Is she the GWOAT with resume? No. But she can still get there, though. Her achievement-wise, though, it speaks for itself achievement-wise. So, I mean, look at what she's done in her career. She has done a lot. She has done a lot in her career. So I think she is very overly criticized just because she's really annoying, But other than that, though, she is good to watch if you want to look at, some of the sweet signs. She's good to watch, and she's got a great background behind her as well, amateur-wise, Olympic-wise. She's done a lot in the sport of boxing. She has, and she's only building herself up more. And even though, the competition isn't great, Shields is doing what has to be done in those fights. She's schooling everyone. And there isn't really one win where Claressa Shields has had where you think, she looked awful in that fight. There's no win that she's got where she looked awful. She's always impressed in every single one and used her boxing IQ very well. She doesn't have an off day. That's the thing with Claressa Shields. So, yeah, I think she can definitely be the GOAT. She probably the GWOAT. She overall, skill for skill, she is the GWOAT. And achievement-wise as well, she probably is the GWOAT if we're being real. Amanda Serrano's great. She's got wins. She's very good. But at times the punches are sloppy. Claressa Shields, the punches she throws very nicely. She throws with intent. She is very smart with what she does. You've got Serrano and Taylor. They're sluggers, if we're being real. I mean, they're very bloody good, and they're in wars, and they're very good at being able to overwhelm you and outwork you. But they're sluggers. Shields brings the sweet science, and she outsmarts her opponents every single time. So, yeah, that's my opinion. Anyway, I'm going to end it here. Thanks for watching. I'll speak to you all in the next one.